Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rafecal. So, the last few months I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy IV in the form of the randomizer, Free Enterprise. I've been thinking about it a lot, and it's actually one of my favorite Final Fantasies in terms of just how straightforward it is. It is one of the most when you think about the formula of a JRPG, it is one of the core things that I think of. And it's also the game I've played the least. And one I haven't really played or talked about on my videos. I keep almost saying stream. It's technically not true, but you know what I mean. So, I did some crowdsourcing to figure out what version of Final Fantasy IV I should play. And I was presented with a version that I didn't know existed. I thought that the PSP version was the same as the 3DS and PC versions, and it is not. It is its own version with a unique art style and has a lot of features that the 3D ones don't. It's a little more true to the original. So we're going to give it a shot. This is also one of my first forays into PSP and actually getting it working. Some of the other games I've tried on here did not work, so this may not be a continuing series. If that ends up being the case, we may switch back to Super Nintendo. But I think we'll give it a shot. So, there's an opening movie for this I have not seen, so we're going to start there, and we're going to see what the game is like. Just offhand, the arranged intro music that I've run into so far has been very good. I'm looking forward to seeing more of it as the game progresses. So we start out with the crystals. Fundamental core part of Final Fantasy's lore. Up through Final Fantasy V at least. Rosa and Cecil with Kane watching. The Shonen Kane. Awesome design on the airships. Yeah. Okay. I'm loving this so far. You know, no Tella. No Tella in the intro. I'm even more okay with it. Oh wow. Yep. So these designs are really both true to the original and take it to another level in a way that this is what I want games to do when they redesign them. This sort of thing. Now, I know that the actual art in the game is not like this, although that would be amazing. I'm also not sure if there are any additional cutscenes beyond this, but, you know, this is enough. Get the taste of it. The big whale. I also love that they did this intro video that shows so much of the game without actually giving any direct spoilers. So here we've got the orchestrated version of it, as opposed to the, the original. So, like I was saying, I'm looking forward to seeing how to hearing the music in this and to seeing how the game plays. Let's get started. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so this looks a lot more traditional. The art is very... It actually reminds me of a lot of the well-made RPG Maker games, which is kind of the modern sprite RPG. So soldiers are gossiping about, questioning the morality of their actions, is it right to hurt innocent people when they're... or to accomplish your goals as a soldier? And the captain in particular is not voicing his opinion, but is expressing doubt, just with the way he's holding himself. The Red Wings are supposed to protect people, not harm them. That's enough. But Captain, surely you don't condone what we've done. All of you listen well. The raid on Mizdia was imperative. For Baron to prosper, we need the crystal's power. The king and his council concluded that the Mizdians knew too much about the crystals. We're the king's Red Wings. We cannot defy his orders. Okay. Monsters dead ahead. Okay, that's a cool addition. That's pretty. I like that. Okay. Got too many hostiles. Zoo. Swoon! No? It's supposed to say swoon. I'm disappointed. All accounted for, sir. We've been encountering a surprising number of monsters lately. Could this be some kind of punishment from the gods? Captain Rover Baron, prepare for landing. So we see very quickly, Cecil's got... He's at least thinking about what he's done. Questioning whether it's okay or not. Bygone? The Mystians put up no resistance. In fact, they were completely helpless. Bygone, is this pity I perceive? Come, Captain. His Majesty awaits. So those of you who have been watching randomizer videos know what happens to Bygone eventually. If you'll excuse me, I must speak to His Majesty in private. I'm afraid Cecil can no longer be trusted. He clearly questions your authority. I suspected as much. It matters not, so long as I obtain the crystals. Send him in. Okay. The King of Baron hails your return. May I have the crystal? Yes, Your Majesty. Hand over the water crystal. Okay. You are dismissed. Your Majesty. Yes? What is it, Captain? Your Majesty, forgive me, but what are your intentions? My men are confused and displeased. And you? Do you question my command? No, I only ask. Silence. Dissension only leads to treason. That I will not tolerate. You are hereby relieved of your command of the Red Wings. Said I charge you with another duty. Slay the eidolon that infests Mist Valley, and deliver this carnelian signet to the village of Mist. Your Majesty, I beg you to reconsider. Cecil has done no wrong. You insolent cur, you dare to barge in here? You're so concerned you may share his fate. Take the ring and be gone from my sight, both of you. I'm sorry, Kane. Once we've completed the mission, the king is bound to forgive us both. You'll rejoin the Red Wings in no time. Get some rest. Let's leave the preparations to me. Okay. Sorry I dragged you into this. My decisions are my own. I mastered the dark sword at His Majesty's orders, but was to protect Baron, not to plunder. Don't torture yourself over orders. Surely the king has his reasons. I envy you, Kane. I envy the path you chose. I suppose I could have attained at a higher rank had I become a Dark Knight like you, but my father, who passed away when I was still young, was a dragoon. I felt I may as well keep some connection, or I felt that I might keep some sort of connection to him if I became a dragoon as well. Didn't mean to bore you with my stories. I only meant to tell you not to overthink things. If you're ever lost in dark thought, then I'll be the one to steal your prey and slay the eidolon tomorrow. Oh really? I won't be standing idly on the sidelines. That's more like it. Get some rest. We rise early tomorrow. Controls are a little stiff. But it's a tile-based RPG, so that's more okay. Let's see if this works. Hey, we can plunder. Okay, now I'm actually curious. Can we actually get into the... Nope. The back area is blocked off. And that guy's standing in front of the switch. So that stuff is very much for later. Just making sure we can't plunder now. Plundering is important. Thank goodness you're all right. I was worried. We left on short notice. I wish I could say the same for the Mysidians we slaughtered. Cecil. I'll visit you later, okay? Look who's back unscathed. Oh, hey, it's Sid. Rosa was worried sick about you. Don't you ever worry like that again, you hear? How are my airships? I bet you and your goons wrecked them up something awful. What's the matter with you, kiddo? Truth is... the king demoted you? What about the Red Wings? They'll be a mess without you. Let's come over the king. He's been acting peculiar. Don't build my airships so they can be used to slaughter people. The whole town is beginning to talk, you know. Be careful out there. Make short work of that mission and get back safe. I have to start heading home or my daughter's gonna kill me. Okay. Okay, that's pretty cool. What's happened to the king? He covets the crystals like a man possessed. He'll resort to any means to get them. Nevertheless, I can't defy them. How could I cross the man who raised Cain and me like his very own? The chivalrous knight whom I have adored and admired since childhood. I will not betray him. I can't. Cecil. What's going on? You just returned from Mysidia, and now you must journey afar to battle this Eidolon? I mean, it's not that far. It's not normal for you to be given such an order. Everything's fine. Cecil, look at me. In Mysidia, we killed innocent people to steal their crystal. It was horrible. I suppose this is my fate as a Dark Knight. Soon I won't even feel remorse for my actions. You and I both know that would never happen. So I should feel guilt, but still never dare to defy my king? I'm a hopeless coward. The Cecil I know would never whimper like this. The Cecil I love. You leave for Misterly tomorrow, right? Yes, but you needn't worry. Kane is coming too. I'll be fine, trust me. Just come back to me in one piece. Thank you, Rosa. But you know that I am a Dark Knight and the two of us can never. Okay, there is so much more dialogue in this than I remember. Okay, so are you ready for some real combat? Always, then lead the way. Okay, our 5 random objectives are... and the dramatic scroll, which is a throwback to Final Fantasy 1. You get a similar scroll when you leave the first town, I believe. The advent of the airship marked the realization of Baron's dreams, but also the birth of its militarism. With its Royal Air Force Red Wings, Baron soon reigns supreme, but as monsters multiply and stir unrest, Baron only exploits its power to collect the world's crystals. Why? The crystals silently shed their light. I don't think that's why. Okay. Okay, so we do have town here. Things are still where they're supposed to be. Oh, maybe not. Or maybe I'm misremembering. Oh! I'm glad I accidentally held X down. Ocean. This should be locked. Rose's house. I hear the king and you boys are up to no good these days. Whatever it is you're doing, keep Rosa out of it, you hear? No, I didn't spread any bad rumors about the king, really. I'll show you something neat in return if you keep... What? Okay then. I forgot about Final Fantasy's penchant for dancing girls. Brown's Hourglass. Wait, so this has hourglasses in it? Mush bread. Oh! Okay. That is exciting. We'll have to see how many of the strategies from the randomizer carry over. A lot of the hidden treasure chests seem to be in the same place. Building over yonder on the west side leads to an ancient waterway that goes all the way to the castle, but it's always locked. Here's our first Phoenix down. Now, I will say, I don't know what any of these items are. I should probably actually be, like, reading it. It's kind of a weird little disconnect because the run button is the same as, There we go. That's better. Okay, so that still feels very traditional. I'm guessing the items that he was, or the fire attack he did on the airship then must be one of the items, like a bomb item. So I'm not a huge fan of the sprite for Cecil. And by that I mean just the in-battle one. I mean, the design in general for the Dark Knight version is okay. Luckily it's not for very much of the game, but that is like the one thing in this game so far that I'm not a huge fan of. The overworld looks really nice. Again, it looks like the actual original game, just updated, which is what it's supposed to be. Like, even the way the enemy sprites react and stuff seems about the same. It's not like they're animated and stuff. So the one thing that I did hear with this, and you may have noticed in the way that we're slaughtering enemies, is this did get updated, the PSP version of this did get updated for, to the, FF5 and 6 ATB system. So active time battle, you can see the bars moving. And they didn't, so it's a the agility system in the original game is terrible. Turn back. If you've watched the randomizer, you've seen some of the stuff about relative agility that I talked about, especially for like Wyvern and for Zeromus. Okay. So yeah, relative agility was a terrible system and not very well executed. It was a good step towards the active time battle that we have now, but it's not active time battle. Unfortunately, when they updated this, they imported the enemy agility scores directly. Also, apparently the encounter rate is way higher than I remember. So, because of that, the random encounters especially are much easier than they were in the SNES versions of the game. There are so many versions of this game, and they are very different in, like, especially system-wise. So I wanted to... Picking which version to do, it was kind of a back and forth. And this one seems like it's the closest to the SNES version, while still being updated and different in some way. So I felt like it was a good one to explore, especially since it's one of the ones that I haven't actually experienced before. Oh, I missed one. Knight of Baron, I see. Let's leave now or suffer the consequences. Okay, the mist is gathering. Okay, Mist Dragon. Okay, that didn't do any extra damage. Mist Dragon's weak to darkness, so I was trying the darkness attack to see if it would do extra, but I think his sword is darkness element anyway. It should be turning to mist here, so I'm gonna wait. Oh, maybe not. There we go. So if you attack while it's missed, it counterattacks. It's really the only threat it has. And this is very much a tutorial battle that's supposed to teach you about how the battle system works and such. And apparently the agility thing I was talking about is really a problem. Because that is slow. The good news is we should be able to finish this not too terribly long. It's a really low hit point boss in general. There we go. And gain a level. Okay, I'm gonna go back. Oh. So one of the things I'm trying to do as I'm playing through this is break the cycle of not using items, because I'm usually terrible about not using items in RPGs. I'm the guy who ends up with 99 potions at the last boss, you know, just in case I need them. So, for example, I can eliminate all 4 of these goblins in one hit with darkness, so I'm doing that. Wow, this encounter rate. Now, using darkness actually damages Cecil also, but it's not that big of a deal. By the way, this encounter rate is why the randomizer only takes a couple hours, and playing the actual game doesn't. Because random encounters are the majority of the game. Okay, made it to Mist. Ring is glowing. And a bomb is released. This is it? This is why he sent us here? Destroyed an entire village. Why would he make us do this? No, Mommy! My mom's dragon died, and then my mom... she... What? I've heard of people with the power to summon such beasts. Summoners, they're called. And you don't mean that by killing the dragon we also killed this girl's... You killed my mom's dragon? We didn't know this would happen. So that's what the kings wish, to annihilate the summoners. I'm afraid it's true. I'm also afraid we're gonna have to get rid of the girl. Cain! We have to obey the king's orders, but she's just a child. You intend to defy the king? I refuse to continue any more slaughter in the king's name. I was hoping you might say that. You won't be standing against Baron on your own. I owe the king much, but I can't disgrace the dragoons. So you'll join me? Yes, but we'll need allies. I'll have to get Rosa far from danger as well. Thank you, Cain. Save it. This isn't just for your sake. This place is dangerous. We better get going. What about the girl? We can't leave her. We'll have to take her with us. You can't stay alone here, girl. It's too dangerous. Come with us and we'll... No! Interesting redesign on Rydia. And Titan. Honestly, it makes Rydia look more like a kid, and you can kind of actually tell what her design's supposed to be a little more. So I'm okay with that. Although maybe the heart barrette is a little bit much. She's safe, thank goodness. Cain? Get her out of here. Cain, I pray that you're alive. So, right off the bat, we have our heroes. And I love the conflict in Cecil right off the bat. It's a very... There's no question about the fact that he's the good guy, despite the fact that he's a Dark Knight. But at the same time, you know he has darkness in him. You know he has a past. Okay. Oh my gosh, literally one step. Oh, that's right. Darkness does damage based on how many, on your current hit points. So it actually is going to do less as we use it. I mean, we're almost there. Should be fine. Oh, I should, like, do that. Okay. The save seems to work. So, I feel like this is probably as good of a first stopping point as any. I've been going for a little while here, been talking a lot, and so far, this is exactly what I was hoping for out of a version of this game. I'm a little worried the battles are going to be too easy, but I'm mostly playing it for the experience and the story and the experience. Anyway, so a little bit of I mean, it'll probably be similar to the Lufia run in that regard. Something I know a lot about, that I have a lot of feelings about, that I'm mostly just playing through for the sake of it. So with that, hopefully you're still enjoying. If you are, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one. We'll catch you next time.